Talk today about Canopy Growth stock. The ticker CGC, 70 cents at the time of this video. It's up around 2% here. It should probably, by the end of the day, clear its average trading volume. I mean, right now, early morning hours in the market, still around 17 million in trading volume. Average is 57 million. It is in the top 20 most heavily traded stocks, I guess, or the most active stocks on the crypto market. You can see here it is down here sitting at number 20 specifically. Yeah, like I said, it should definitely get back to its average trading volume, and we're seeing some positive price action today. Obviously, Canopy Growth. It's maybe like the fifth or sixth video I made. We look at the last 3 months, right? Now, Canopy Growth, when there was speculation of, well, not speculation, but when the news broke that the Health and Human Services in the United States recommended that marijuana or cannabis be classified as a different type of drug, right? We saw Canopy Growth and other cannabis stocks really shoot up, right? It was at $1.79 here back on September 11th. So we're talking about less than a month ago. Was at $1.79. Had really fallen off, right? And just actually even yesterday it was at 66 cents, right? So it's down quite a bit. Obviously, there was a ton of profit selling that's going to happen with such a rapid increase in price over a short amount of time. But climbing a little bit today, I wanted to make an update video here on Canopy Growth. Um, yeah, let's not waste any time, you guys. Let's just get right into it. So first, some newsworthy stuff to talk about with Canopy Growth specifically. They did receive 53 million from a Hershey's Drive facility sale. Canopy Growth, or let's go back to this article. Here we go. Canopy Growth Corporation said on Monday it has completed its previous announced sale of its Hershey Drive facility in Smiths Falls, Ontario, to Hershey Canada Inc., receiving 53 million in cash. The Canadian cannabis firm noted that net proceeds received from the sale will be used primarily to pay down the company's senior secured credit facility. The closing of the Hershey Drive facility sale further demonstrates our focus and resolve to complete our transformation to simplify an asset-light operating model while continuing to improve our liquidity position and enhance our balance sheet. That is something that Canopy Growth had kind of talked about, or has been talking about, really over the last 6 months. And we're seeing it kind of with their no more funding in their BioSteel, which they purchased for a ton of money, and which they taking like $20 million out of Canopy Growth every single month. But this simplified business model, or the asset light operating model that they're pushing for, I've talked about in previous videos that I think in the long term will definitely benefit Canopy Growth. Given what the specific niche that they're in, it being the cannabis niche, and the legalization issues that they deal with specifically in the United States. I talked about this in a video a couple videos ago about how, like, just the way they do their taxes, the way they operate is different than most companies, right? Because they're selling a product that in a lot of states you can't sell it, or a lot of states in the United States at least, you can't sell the product at all, right? So them simplifying the business model, doing these things, I think will benefit it now, but I think will also benefit it in the future more specifically. You can see our ability to be nimble and brand focused has ensured that Canopy Growth is well positioned to succeed in North American cannabis market. Since April 1st, Canopy Growth has sold 7 properties for total proceeds of 155 million. Yeah, so this is some good news in my opinion, just adding to them simplifying their business model. It's obviously not going to, this news is not going to drastically fluctuate or move the price. But again, them simplifying the business model, I think, does benefit CGC stock long term. And then also, let's talk about this, you guys, because I think this is what is really interesting to me. A landmark marijuana cannabis bill headed to the Senate floor. So the Senate Banking Committee approved a historic banking bill last week that breaks barriers between financial institutions and cannabis companies. The Secure and Fair Enforcement Regulation Banking Act, which aims to resolve a long-standing financial deadlock that forced cannabis-related companies to operate using only cash, will now make its way to the Senate floor. Iterations of this bill have been presented in the committee since 2015, but this is the first time the bill has received a yes vote and made its way to the Senate at large. As the marijuana market flourished across the U.S., federal legal ambiguity has hindered its full potential, making transactions all cash risky affair. The legislative road ahead is tough, despite the bipartisan majority in committee, but this bill could redefine the business of marijuana. Before the bill spoke with Senator Jeff Merkley, a Democrat from Oregon and a sponsor of the bill, about what comes next. He says more states have created medicinal cannabis programs and recreational cannabis programs over those 8 years. The issue and problems our pure cash economy have grown across the country, and more senators are aware of the challenges in their home state. That has slowly built the level of concern and attention to a point where we think a significant majority of Senate will now support changing things. In Oregon, we have a robbery at a dispensary about every other day because dispensaries are full of cash. Employees are mugged when they come out of their offices because they think they're carrying cash. A cannabis owner drove from Portland to Salem to deliver his taxes and had a backpack of $70,000 in it. More of the country has seen this problem and has built a coalition and now are ready to play. So I think this is very interesting, and I think this obviously directly impacts a company like Canopy Growth, because obviously they're a Canadian-based company, but the way they are fully established, like they're the largest Canadian-based cannabis company, and the way they are established, this is just a narrative I've been preaching for a while now, specifically on Canopy Growth, is the way that they are established in Canada. If and when that, essentially that if anything does happen specifically with the Senate bill or the banking bill and marijuana and cannabis in the U.S., they'll be fully ready to go and ready to, I think, do well in the U.S. market and obviously the North American market as a whole. So again, let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about Canopy Growth currently. Drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and as always, have a great day.